What's up, guys? Welcome back to Culture Cantina. I'm one of your hosts, Rocky Kari.
And I'm Shrikari.
And today we are reviewing The Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the second Marvel TV show on Disney+. It came out about 6 weeks ago. It's a 6-episode live-action show starring Anthony Mackie as the Falcon and Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, aka the Winter Soldier. So first we're going to do our spoiler-free version, and then we're going to go to a spoiler review.
So overall, I really liked this show. I think the best part of it, and I honestly think I'm going to say this for every Marvel show, is the main actors who play the main character. So here, Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan, they steal the show. Any scene where they're in together, especially the interrogation scene, or literally any scene where their paths crossed, is just incredible. These actors are masters at their respective characters. They live and breathe these characters, so they do a fantastic job. I will say my least favorite part of this show was the villain, and I feel like that's a sentiment we have for many Marvel movies and shows. But for this specifically, I thought it was a very weak villain. I will go into spoilers, what I think they should have done instead of what they did with the current villain. But the heroes really shine in this. I love the twists and turns in the show. And from a production standpoint, action and everything is literally top tier. It feels like you're watching a movie, but no, it's a 6-episode show. And also, I like that it's 6 episodes. I like that it's a self-contained story, and I really appreciated that.
So overall for me, I thought Falcon and the Winter Soldier was a really good show. I think it was, I completely agree with you, the acting and the characters of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was just great. I absolutely loved their banter and their kind of chemistry that we kind of saw here and there in the films. And I was so excited for the show because I think they're really funny together. And I love when they just kind of have those shots at each other. So I really liked their chemistry. I really liked their relationship. And this show just kind of built on that and really developed the characters forward, which I really liked. I thought the action in the show was also very good. Just really high budget, big box office, very intense, very well choreographed, great visual effects. So I really like the action in the show. And I do like the way the characters develop as the show progresses. I think it has really good character development. I agree as well. 6 episodes, solid, not too long, literally a month and a half. Now it's all 6 episodes are out, so you can only binge watch it in half a day. It's great. So again, like that it's 6 episodes. My cons, completely agree with you. The villain is very underwhelming. I want to be careful with spoilers, but I got their purpose, but I had problems with the acting, and I just think it was just a very underwhelming villain for this grand show. So I had problems with that. I think the other plot points that they kind of try to weave in here, some landed, some did not. And I think some was kind of useless, and maybe they're setting up for things to come in the future. But again, I just think it kind of got a little bit cluttered at the end there. Last thing I'll say, I read a couple of reviews that a big gripe that a lot of people had with the show that they thought it was too political.
We'll talk about that.
We're going to talk about that in the spoiler version. I completely disagree with that. I think that, again, some of the themes and things that they talk about, I could actually see the characters actually have a conflict with that in their own life and deciding to, where their characters go. So I completely disagree with that point. So again, my pros, great characters, great action, really compact story, really nice, great character development. Cons, the villain, some other plot points that came in there. But overall, I really liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So before going into our spoilers, we're going to give our rating. For me, it's tough because it sounds like I loved the show all the way through besides the villain. And it's hard because you can't get into what you didn't like. But in the spoiler part, I'm going to get more into detail about it. But for me, I'm going to give this a 7. I think it was good, but not great. I think there's just certain things that I just can't get around that bring me from not giving it to an 8 or higher. So yeah, for me, it's going to be a 7. I think it's good. And yeah.
For me, I'm going to give Falcon and the Winter Soldier a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay.
This is a really good show. I agree with you. It's not oh my gosh, you need to see this. But I do think Marvel fans should watch the show. It's a good show. It's not a bad show. And there were some parts that were very emotional and really hit me, which I really appreciated. Again, the cons I said, some plot points, the villain, those were kind of the ones that kind of brought it down for me and made it not necessarily an 8. So I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I did give WandaVision a 7.5 out of 10 as well. So the same rating, but I think I'm going to give a slight edge to WandaVision. I do think Falcon and it's very tough. It's a very tough toss-up. But again, I think the finale of WandaVision and what that set up was just very good. It's very close, though. It's very close. So a slight edge to WandaVision. But again, both are really good shows, and I'm going to give Falcon and the Winter Soldier a 7.5 out of 10. You gave WandaVision an 8.
Yeah.
So are you like for sure?
Oh, for sure.
WandaVision is a better show.
Yeah,
than,
yeah.
okay.
Just the mystery of it, the pacing, the payoff at the end. I think WandaVision just, for me, it had less problems. So
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Again, for me, it's very narrow, but slight edge to WandaVision.
Okay.
Still a great show in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
So now we're gonna get into our spoiler review. So if you have not seen it, click away now and come back once you've seen Falcon and Winter Soldier. So the first thing I think we should talk about is Carly, the villain, or / the Flag Smashers. I will say at the end, when Falcon explains their motive, I loved that.
And that was a great speech at the end.
I love it.
Speech.
I love it when a villain is right in a certain way. I mean, we have Thanos. Thanos is a great example of that. Killmonger's a great example. All the best villains do that. But the way to get there was so annoying. Like, Carly, like, spatting on about overthrowing the government, and I really think they should have casted an older actress to play her. Herbie, I get the reason that she's younger. She's supposed to represent the younger people who feel this sentiment. But coming from a younger person, it just feels like teenage angst. Yeah. And it just feels dumb. So I really didn't like that. Some of the acting felt a little, like, wooden to me. So, yeah, the Flag Smashers were very underwhelming. And there was someone else who I think should have been the main villain, but what did you have to say?
Yeah, I completely agree with you with the villain. I think that I agree it should have been cast as an older individual. Again, you have that teenage angst kind of anarchy, and then it got to the point where it was annoying. Like every time she talked, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, okay,
she's like, "We're not fascists."
Yeah, that's all I have to say on the villain. Yeah.
But the person who I think should have been the villain is John Walker, aka fake Captain America, aka U.S. Agent. I think he
U.S. Agent.
Okay, no, so I looked this up. U.S. Agent is actually like a superhero.
So he's gonna take on that mantle.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So when we saw it, and they're like, when they said he's U.S. Agent, we're like, oh, he's an agent, okay. But apparently that's a character. But I loved John Walker, and I don't mean that I loved him in the sense that I thought he was amazing as a person, because obviously he's flawed. But I think he was one of the most interesting parts of the show.
Yeah.
The way that first scene where he's in the locker room and you can tell that he wants to be a great Captain America, but he can't, and his own like hubris is the problem. That's so interesting to me.
Yeah.
And I think that if we saw his descent into like darkness, matched with Falcon's ascendance into being Captain America, that could have been an amazing.
It's kind of like a Harvey Dent thing. Like you see the great fall, like. That would be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I think with John Walker's character, it was definitely a big roller coaster ride. Because you're like, I don't like him. Oh, I kind of like him. Oh, I don't like him. Oh my God, I really don't like him. Yeah. And then at the end, like, you kind of like him. I think they kind of threw him away in the last 2 episodes. Like, I kind of wanted more. Because he has that big thing where he kills the guy with the shield. And it's this big international global issue. And again, very applicable to today's world. Which was, again, I like that parallel.
Yep.
But again, it was kind of crazy, and again, he just kind of fell off. Like, I don't know, I wanted more of John Walker at the end there. I think it was cool that they had him save the hostages, and it kind of shows that there's still something good within him.
Yep. But time out, he doesn't even save them, or he's gonna save them, but then they fall again.
They just all start beating him up.
And then Falcon saves the day. So it's like, commit.
Yeah.
Have him be a hero or have him be a villain. I don't like this half and half.
Shout out John Walker. You mentioned this. He's Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah, Wyatt
We're
Russell.
A frame by frame. Can't you see the similarities?
Yeah,
crazy.
Honestly, I loved the Wyatt Russell. I hope he does more because he did a great job in this role.
Did. Yeah.
And he got bullied online for people not liking.
So stupid. Don't bully the actors.
Yes.
Like they're doing a role. Like Stop. My whole thing, so I wanted to talk about the political. So I was reading reviews last night, and so many people were like, it's too political, it's too political, it's too political. I completely disagree with that statement because the issues that they bring up in the show with, Falcon being a black man and having to take up the mantle and really protect those who didn't protect people of his color and his family. And I think that that's a genuine topic and a genuine internal struggle that the character of the Falcon would have to deal with when he's taking on this mantle. Like, just being a good person and inequality, that's not political. That's just being a decent human.
Yep.
So I do disagree with people who are saying that. I actually liked the way they did that. His speech at the end, I said it earlier, just a fantastic speech. And I think that the whole topic of what happens if a snap actually happened, half the world goes away, half of them come back, the whole, like, you walk in, like, someone took over your home, and like now you show up, you reappeared after 5 years, and someone's in your home. Like, are you homeless or do you make them homeless? And it's like, it's like all these topics and issues and these big issues that would happen in an event like that, and how the world would have to come together to solve that. I like that they hit that topic because that's a very, very interesting topic to hear. I do wish we delved into that a little bit more, but again, I don't think it was political. I think it was very purposeful with the characters. I loved Isaiah. I thought that he was a big catalyst for the character development of Falcon, which I really, really appreciated. So I did really like the messaging in this show, and I think that it's something that we should talk about more. And I'm glad Falcon and the Winter Soldier really faced that head on, which was great.
So I completely agree with you. I'm actually somebody who doesn't like too many political things in specifically when it comes to Star Wars, Marvel, stuff like that. But I honestly didn't even think about the implications of having a black Captain America. Mm-hmm. But the way that they handled it, amazing. Mm-hmm. I think the story of Isaiah and how Sam, like you said, it's perfect character development for Sam, and how he wants to basically right the wrongs of the past is so cool to me. And I think that was just an amazing sentiment that the show gave. I think it's very interesting that this show was written and filmed, besides reshoots after the COVID pandemic. But it was written and shot before the George Floyd protests.
Wow.
So yeah. I think with all of that happening last summer, how you can connect it to this is very interesting. And I'll just leave that for the viewer to digest.
That's great.
Yeah.
Point, man.
So I think that's awesome.
A couple other things we wanted to talk about was the power broker. So I thought that was really stupid. Like, oh my God, she's the power broker. Like,
is
oh
she
my
bad?
God.
Or is she...
I'm like, because she gets pardoned, and then the whole end credit scene, you see her walking out, and she's like, we have work to do, and I'm so conflicted with the character. I thought it was just what was the point of that? I thought that was stupid. I did not like that whole twist.
So, and going off of that, I also want to talk about Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character, Val, I think her name was.
Yeah, the one who connects with John Walker.
Yeah. So apparently she's connected to Hydra or some type of anti-government thing, her character, but she's thrown in, and it's bro, the show is ending. Obviously you're setting up for other stuff, but I think WandaVision did a great job where it's setting up stuff like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but it also is resolving this story, and it doesn't feel like you need to watch anything more, because you can assume that where Scarlet Witch's character is going to go. But this, it's I have to know what happens.
Yeah.
And I get it, they want you to keep watching, but there's not going to be a season 2.
And that's so conflicting, because if she's a part of a bad organization and she's part of Hydra or something like that,
yeah,
and the agent is supposed to be a good person, is John Walker gonna
be bad?
Be bad, or is he gonna break out and be good? He's
a
good guy.
This is the flip-floppy thing with John Walker. Yeah. Pick a side.
Yeah.
So
this goes back to our spoiler-free review. What I was saying about plot points, the whole power broker, the whole Val being brought in, and the agent, and all these other kind of side things that kind of deviate from the literal title, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's distracting, and yeah, I get you're setting up stuff like you agree, like you said.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of messy with me near the end there.
And Bucky gets great character development at the beginning, but he's really thrown to the wayside for these stupid, random things. But he's the second protagonist.
Right.
So.
I think the character development of the Falcon, again, great job by Anthony Mackie.
Oh my God.
Loved seeing him train and really take on the mantle, and the character development was solid. I agree with you. I think Bucky at the beginning, you see him dealing with all the people he's wronged. And I think they tied it at the end with him telling
the old man,
hey, I was the one who killed your son. Very, very emotional. I would have liked to see a little bit more of that interaction.
Yeah, it kind of cut early.
But I mean, it's a very tough one to address.
We can assume what happened.
Yeah. But still, I liked kind of that character development. But again, I think he was kind of thrown away. So
Yeah.
it's more like the Falcon with the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
the Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's
like I kind of wanted more of Bucky in the show, especially in the middle there.
Episode 6 becomes Falcon and Winter Soldier and John Walker and Flag Smashers
and
Val
Power Broker.
and Power Broker.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Just really quickly on the costume. So again, Falcon takes over the mantle as the Captain America. He flies in, lands, and it's all this
see
hype.
the wings look badass. And
Yeah.
we're like, we're finally gonna see what it looks like.
Because we even open the box and you're like, oh my god, what is, like, it's gonna be the costume, but what is it? And it pops up. And literally, like, when we were watching it live, like, I was just like, I don't know. I literally was like, it was just so cartoony. I didn't like the white, like, all the white in there.
It looked like a Walmart / like Party City costume, not a like. Look at his traditional Falcon costume compared to this. The white. It's the white. Yeah.
It was corny. It was really corny. Did not like the costume.
Yeah.
I'll leave it there.
The wings were sick though.
Yeah.
You almost forgot to talk about Zemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Thank you for bringing that
So
up. Yeah.
episodes 3 and 4, like you said, 3 and 4 were amazing because we got to see Zemo be Zemo. He was like that guy in the room where you knew that he was like 4 steps ahead of everybody else, and you could never tell what was going on. But they didn't do anything with him.
Yeah.
Episode 5, he just gets put into the jail, and then 6, we see him in the jail, and that's it.
Yeah.
He does kill the Flag Smashers at the end, but that was kind of dumb. I didn't like that.
I did like how he was destroying all the vaccines. Not the vaccines. It's not the vaccine. The serum.
The vaccines.
Or his vaccines are a hot topic these days. So
Yeah.
I meant the serum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing
Yeah.
moment because it's like he hates super soldiers, so I loved that. And I think that Daniel Bruhl, the actor, is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
He kills it as Zemo.
Mhm.
And oh my god, his suit, his mask, like he just oozes badassness, but he doesn't get to do anything.
Yeah, that's why I really like the first 4 shows, because the first 2 you're like, Falcon and Winter Soldier, we're back, and then you get at the end of the second episode, it's like, oh my god, they're bringing in Zemo. 3 and 4, it's like them 3 working together, but like not.
Yeah,
It's really cool, and
Yeah.
it's really fun, and I just love how they brought him in there. And again, I would agree with you. It kind of sucks that they kind of just threw him in the wayside. I mean, his fate was to inevitably go back to jail. I don't think he was going to escape that fate. And again, bringing Wakanda into it, it was cool, but like,
adds to the messiness.
Yeah. And then it's kind of like, why can't we just do that at the end? Like, it would be so crazy if he was like in the end there. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
This feels like a Captain America 4 movie stretched.
Yeah.
And a lot of
There
ideas.
were a lot of people who said this could have been a 2-hour film. 2.5-hour film.
Yes, it could have.
which
Yeah.
I kind of see, like, you kind of get rid of the messiness and you compact it.
Yeah.
I get it, but
Yeah.
still, yeah.
Yeah. I think I would have liked that more.
You would have liked it
I think I would have liked the movie more.
Okay.
Or you make it like a ongoing series. I don't like.
No, because then it's like, then it gets way too dragged out.
That's true.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't
Because
know.
then, but how else do you balance all these stuff? Well, we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that's true. Bottom line, I think Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Anthony Mackie, Sebastian Stan, it was their story. There were some distracting things, but I think for their characters, it was amazing. It was great development.
Yep.
We saw a little bit more Bucky, but it's really cool. I can't wait to see Falcon. Well, now the new Captain America, like in the new movies, and like see what he does. I think it's going to be great seeing him. I'm glad Bucky was able to resolve his issues and his kind of have some closure to his past, which is awesome.
He should be called the White Wolf too.
Yes.
I don't like that he's still the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
the Winter
he is
Soldier,
the White Wolf.
Yeah, the Winter Soldier is the negative. White Wolf is the positive. You know what I mean? So.
And then it would have been cool if they brought that in, and at the end it says Captain America and the White Wolf. I think you said that.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
we
just
didn't get
Captain
that. It's
America
just
and Winter
the
Soldier.
Yeah. So
and I completely agree with that. I think our two protagonists are the best part of this, and the things that deviate away from it is what I struggle with. And I think if John Walker, the literally anti-Captain America, was the villain, I think it would have been a more cohesive experience.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, ending was rough, but I think overall, it's a really good show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then now we have Loki on June 11th.
Yeah.
So it's just more and more content continue to come.
And
so it's great.
excited for that, and excited for we got Black Widow coming, Shang-Chi coming. We just got that trailer.
Mhm.
Like we said in our WandaVision
Eternals.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Like we said in our WandaVision review, it is a great time to be a Marvel
Yeah,
fan.
we're coming back.
We're
so
coming back.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great to see. Welcome back, Marvel.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and also hit that bell to know when we upload our newest videos. And thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you very soon.
Thanks so much.
Take care.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.